What's going on YouTube? SSJ. So last video was rather a dour kind of feeling video because I had my concerns with Sparkling Zero, and of course I put my little Zendaya quote from Spider-Man where if you expect disappointment you won't really be disappointed, and that's kind of how it was for, if you've been following my channel, Deadpool and Wolverine. I covered a lot of the trailers and breakdowns before the movie came out. Saw the movie and loved it, but that's besides the point. This video is about Dragon Ball. So anyway, this video I just want to talk about, I want to do a top 5 character wish list that I would like to see in Sparkling Zero, and we're gonna go ahead and start with number 5. I think number 5, I would like to see King Cole, Frieza's father. He was one of my favorite characters to play as in Tenkaichi 3, and people are thinking, well, didn't you have a problem with certain characters being in the game and other characters being in the game? Well, here's the thing. King Cole was hyped up to be this strong, powerful force during the Android saga before he got taken out by future Trunks. So it was always kind of disappointing to see that he got taken out so quickly because he was stronger than Frieza, and we saw the struggles it took to defeat Frieza on Namek. So that being said, it was cool that they added him as a playable character in Tenkaichi 3, because even though we didn't get to see him fight, he does some of the moves that Frieza would do, Death Beam, and then he even has a move where he calls upon Frieza and I think Cooler, and then he does like a final attack where he uses Trunks' sword to slice into somebody. So I thought that that was cool, unique, and fitting for the character, considering he tried to kill Trunks with his own sword. So that's my number 5 pick, King Cole. So then we're gonna move on to number 4. Number 4 is gonna be Turles, or if you watch it in English, it's Turles from the movie Tree of Might. So if you don't know the real backstory of Turles, he's not related to Goku in any way. A lot of fans got that messed up where they thought that he was like Goku's cousin or something. He's just a regular Saiyan that happens to look like Goku. He's also a low-class Saiyan just like Goku as well too. And they explained in the movie that he just happens to look like Goku because a lot of Saiyan features aren't that prominent. So, of course, it's cool to have like Goku clones or characters that look like Goku, but obviously aren't Goku. We already see that Goku Black is going to be in the game. I don't think they confirmed, but I'm pretty sure Captain Ginyu will be able to play as his form where he switches places with Goku. So Turles is a cool character. He's a cool movie villain and a classic. He was also another character I've played as a lot in Tenkaichi 2 and 3, so I'd like to see Turles. Let's move on to number 3. My number 3 wish list character is going to be Android 13, and I want both forms. So back in Tenkaichi 2 once again, because that was his first appearance, and then he showed up in 3 as well, and Raging Blast 2. Android 13 was that human-looking android with the trucker hat and the long silver hair. He had like a redneck accent, and I believe Trunks in the movie called him a red ribbon redneck. He told Goku that he was out in the sun for way too long without his hat, boy, and called him boy. So I always thought the character was funny. When we were kids, me and my cousins would always play, and I would always pick Android 13 because we've watched the Dragon Ball Z Super Android 13 movie and thought he was a cool character, and he had a lot of devastating moves. And of course, I don't only want to see his regular form, I want to see his super form, because if you remember Xenoverse 2, they brought in Android 13 as DLC, but they never brought his super form, just his regular form. So if I know Sparkling Zero / Tenkaichi, they'll bring both forms, so please. And then let's go move on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be another android, Super 17. I'm not talking about Super 17 from Dragon Ball Super, I'm talking about Super 17 from GT. Try to say that 6 times in a row. But Super 17 is a cool character. His character was not that cool in GT, but he had a really cool design. Me and my friends were joking about it because they were like, Super 17 looks just like an action figure. And I was like, you know what? He does look like an action figure. He's a cool character as well. 2 Android 17s that fuse together, and then he has a move where he takes off of his fist, kind of like Android 16. he takes off his fist and then starts shooting it as a machine gun. I believe the move was called a Hellstorm. That also showed up in Tenkaichi 1, so I hope that he comes back in Sparkling Zero. And then of course my last spot, my very last wishlist character is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Yes. So I know in the video, I know in previous videos I talk about how I don't like GT that much, but I do like Super Saiyan 4. And believe it or not, in Tenkaichi 2 and 3, and sometimes in 1 even, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was my #1 character. Nobody could beat me when I played as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He was super strong. I loved all the combos he did. I don't know if y'all remember that move he does. It's a rush attack. I hope if he's in the game they bring it back. It's a rush attack he does where he starts punching you really fast to where you can't see the punches. He teleports behind you, kicks you away. And then he's just epic, of course. Like, you can't get any more epic than him doing the Big Bang Kamehameha times 100. Like, if you're thinking of an Ultimate Saiyan character, I don't think of Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. I don't think of Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, even though I love both of those characters in Super. I think of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He was the original Super Saiyan guy, in my opinion. So, let me know if you agree with this list or not. These are the characters I would like to see. Hopefully we do see them get revealed later down the line, closer to when the game comes out. Maybe even they'll say that they're going to be DLC or just unlockable characters. I'd rather them be unlockable and not DLC. But we'll see. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. And maybe I'll do a top 5 characters I don't want to see. So, we'll talk to you soon.
She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. 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 She don't wanna be saved.